You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen.
Hello, every worthy, unique, beautiful body out there. Welcome to our show. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Carmen Renee, aka Eat the Cake Too.
I am Deanna at Deanna Bountica, and together
we are
the Plus Size Divas.
Deanna's laughing at me because I was checking my hair right before we went on.
Literally, well, you all probably saw. She was just making sure she looked pretty, which
my gosh.
she always does, but it is what it is.
I'm just doing a last minute check. Anyway, hopefully you guys are following us on all of our social media platforms. Yes. We are on Instagram and Twitter at 2 Plus Size Divas. We are on Facebook and YouTube now at the Plus Size Divas. Mm-hmm. Make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you've missed even one single episode, they are all up for your viewing pleasure.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Subscribe to the channel, y'all.
Yes.
You guys, we're really silly because we're both having it was Labor Day weekend. I'm still half asleep. Do you agree? She went to Vegas. We're just both nuts. Our guest is a little bit late tonight, but we do have a Mandela count coming, so bear with us. She'll be coming in shortly. But in the meantime,
we'll keep you entertained.
We will keep you entertained. Let's talk about our great sponsor this week.
Please tell us about her.
Oh my God. Our sponsor this week is such an incredible person in the entertainment business. She is a fabulous singer and songwriter. She is really seasoned, been in the business 30 years plus. And do you know who it is?
Who?
Me. No, you guys, we wanted to take the opportunity. Carmen and I both run our own businesses outside of this brand, and we did want to take a week each and sponsor our own show. So I want to sponsor and let everybody know I am a vocal coach. I do songwriting classes. You can hit me up at lessons@iamdeanna.com. And by the way, that is my website. If you need to reach out for anything or want to check out what I've done, iamdeanna.com. Lessons@iamdeanna.com. Hit me up, especially if you're in the LA area. I do Skype and FaceTime lessons.
Deanna, do you do children?
I do.
Children's lessons?
Well, I don't do children because that's disgusting. I'm not a Catholic priest. No, I'm kidding. Wow. She went there. No, well, just with everything going on with the church right now.
That's
but no,
really terrible,
generally I tell everybody 7 to 107.
So Jessica, if you're listening. There you go. My friend Jessica asked if you do kids lessons.
Girl, get at me. I have great rates, and I also have discount packages, and I really make it affordable because what I tell my students is I remember wanting voice lessons, and I can't come up with $300 for an hour, and some of these voice teachers out here in LA are charging upwards of $125 an hour, and I'm just like, who are you? No offense. If you can command that, good for you. But I don't charge my students that because, again, I remember what it's like to want to progress as a vocalist or a songwriter or whatever and wanting lessons and not being able to afford it. So I do make it affordable. I work with you. I offer discount packages.
Also for kids, too. I mean, who knows if this actually really going to be their passion, but it's nice, I think, for parents who can allow their children to explore, to be creative and explore whether it's sports or singing or dancing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So
and not have to spend a fortune.
Exactly.
And then in 3 months they go, I don't want to do this, and you just wasted a whole lot of money.
Right. We want to also remind you, though, to call in.
Yes, please.
We have a few minutes while we're waiting for our amazing guest. We're going to chat some... Oh, those are not our guests.
Those are not our guests.
Super late.
But anyway, you can call in 818-570-5085. And please call in because Amanda will be here. And if you don't know who she is really breaking a stereotype. She is a total triple threat actress, singer, but you may know her as a dancer. I mean, she's a plus size girl, and honey, she is getting down.
Yes.
With the get down. And she is breaking stereotypes, and that's her thing. So we're so excited. She should be here momentarily. In the meantime,
let's talk about breaking stereotypes, though.
Let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh. So if you missed it last week, we're a few days late, but I don't care. We're going to talk about this.
Let's do it.
I think it was Friday. Cosmopolitan UK dropped, and Tess Holliday was on the cover, which, if you don't know, is pretty amazing. It's huge. It's epic. It's what do you say?
Well,
history in the making. We've never had a big girl like Tess Holliday on the cover of Cosmopolitan UK.
Can we be specific about that? Because, if you're out there and you're watching the show, and you're like, wait a minute, there's Ashley Graham and there's Tabria Majors and there's these other people. You have to understand, and I want to talk about this eloquently. Tess is not Ashley Graham.
Yeah.
There is especially in the plus size community, there are variations. There are women that sadly are acceptable plus sizes. 12.
I'm not going to say sadly. I think that acceptable plus size is we're still accepting a body type that was not accepted even 10 years ago.
Okay, true. Advancement.
It's small steps. We've talked about this before. We
Yes.
still have a long way to go. And I feel like Friday was a big step in that direction of
Yes.
appreciating big bodies, fat bodies, bodies that are not necessarily hourglass or fit into
Flat tummy,
what
big
is
booty.
socially acceptable.
Right.
Ashley Graham has been on the cover of Cosmopolitan
Yep.
US and
Yep.
Vogue US.
Yep.
But we have Tess in a swimsuit on the cover, bearing it all, and it's freaking amazing. If you follow her and you watched her go live on Friday, it was so touching, so moving. Her husband Nick had to actually speak for her most of the time because
Right.
she was bawling so much.
Right.
But it means a lot,
Yeah.
it really does. And I love what she said, that when she was growing up, like, how cool would it have been to go to the grocery store, walk down the street, and see somebody that looks like you on the cover of Cosmopolitan?
Yeah. Cosmo, you guys.
That
Not
would have
like
changed my life.
Yeah, totally. Well, we didn't have that. We didn't have that growing up. We didn't have women that looked like us anywhere.
Yeah.
Movies, film, none of it. So listen, we love Tess and Nick. Absolutely 100%. It's huge. And it's groundbreaking. And people, it's funny. Like, people want to say a bunch of stuff, negative
Yeah.
stuff about it. And
Before
I can't
we-
let them have that glory.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the negative, but
Yeah.
I want to also emphasize the importance of that specific magazine, because obviously Cosmo, is for, I guess, more mature audience, I guess, if you're going to say that, whatever. They talk a lot about sex, sex tips, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And so not only we have a big girl on the cover of a magazine,
Yes.
but in the magazine that talks about sex openly, like giving a voice, like fat people have sex too. You know what I mean?
do?
Yes. So
my God.
I love that they did that. I know that was really important to Tess.
Yeah.
She's always been very open about that. So I go pick it up, read it, understand anybody out there who your body looks a little bit different. You are worthy of being on a magazine cover, and more importantly, you are worthy of having amazing sex. Okay?
Oh, and there's that. But shout out to Nick and Tess. Absolutely, we got to get them on the show someday.
Yes,
We've been
we will.
talking about this, but it's really a big deal. And also, if you don't follow her on Instagram or whatever, please do, because she really is really honest with it and comes with it. I mean, there's days that she posts up pictures where she doesn't look like a pinup and she's crying or she's upset, and she's open about having children and not feeling worthy and
or any postpartum issues,
stuff.
mental health issues. Her
Yep.
and Nick are very open, and I love that.
Yep.
But back to some of these ridiculous comments. This woman who, I don't even know who she is. I'm not even going to give her life by giving you her name.
Yeah, don't do
Author,
that.
entrepreneur, business builder, like, okay. She posted on Facebook the cover of Cosmo, and she writes this. Let's be clear here. Body positivity is not the same as being okay and proud you're obese. Real body positivity is doing positive things to your body, such as picking water over soda, eating better, and not risking yourself on high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, and stroke. If you're obese, call it that, and then do something about it. Don't sugarcoat it, because anyway.
Wait, no, hold on that thought. Sam, can you give us 1 second? 1 second, please. Sorry, finish that.
Yeah, so
Finish that.
I think that, first
Sorry.
of all, I had to go in and comment because
Yeah.
obviously that makes me mad. I think if you know anything about body positivity, you know that it was a movement created for bodies like Tess Holliday, for bodies that are marginalized, for
Right.
bodies who are not seen in, day-to-day society or media. Not
Right.
society, but in media.
Right.
So if people just take it and spin it, and it's always frustrating. Will forever be frustrating.
Yeah.
Just let her, let our community have this moment, and if you have something negative to say, just keep it to yourself.
I love the people that are going on and asking what her blood pressure is and this and that. And it's like, and we turn back to the same thing. Would you be saying that if she was a thin person? Again, thin does not equate to healthy, FYI. So that's what was bumming me out, is that,
And all the people who agree with her statement is really
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant, and it's disappointing. It's like one step forward, two steps back only. Oh, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to take it as a win, and I think our guest is here. So
our guest is here.
We should probably bring her in.
Yes. So Amanda is here.
Should we bring our other guests and let them sit?
I will figure it out. Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
How are
Amanda.
you? Look
Welcome.
at that fun
Hip
shirt.
size,
Curves, breast, booty.
Hey now.
Throw on your headset, honey.
Sam, we can. Sorry, guys. Quick pause.
Yeah.
Sam, if our other guests want to come in, they can bring chairs. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, but let's do it quickly. Okay, Amanda. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for making it in. She had car trouble, you guys.
We're glad
so-
that you made it here
Sorry.
safely.
No, it is all
Get in
good.
the microphone a little bit, baby.
Yeah,
Got
make
it.
sure you're talking. You can pull it closer to you if you'd like.
Okay, cool.
So everybody that's joining us right now, Amanda, I have to tell you, I don't remember exactly how you kind of came across my view, but I was like, wait a minute. Who the hell is this? Because you were getting it.
Thank you.
You were getting it. You were absolutely getting it. And I know that you're a triple threat. I know you sing, I know you act, and I know you dance. But what you seem to be promoting more on your Instagram than anything is the dancing.
Yes.
And you're getting down with the get down. And I'm just like, go ahead. And then you have this hashtag that I love, breaking stereotypes, because people think I'm plus size.
Yeah.
Therefore, I can't dance like the 100-pound girls or the 125-pound girls or whatever it is. And when I saw that picture of you doing the handstand with your feet up, I was like, oh my God, she just better go ahead. And not only that, you have such a community of people that love and support you from I just saw some of the people that follow you. You got verified. I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm loving everything. And I want you can talk to the camera, you can talk to us, whatever you want to do. But I want you to tell us, kind of like your journey with this, like what got you into, we've read your bio, and you guys, she's been doing this forever. And you're how old right now?
17.
Oh my God.
A baby, a total baby. Take us
Just getting started,
but have the world ahead of you. And that's what's so exciting and why we wanted to have you on the show. Cause we have a nice little variation of people coming on. Not everybody's plus size, not everybody's female. We're about body positivity and self-love, and that's why you're here. But I want some 17-year-old girl that's sitting home that looks like you and Carmen and me to go, well, Amanda's doing it.
Yeah.
So I can do it. I want you to tell everybody out there who they don't know who you are. They might not, some do. I want you to tell them like how you got on this journey and what got you here.
Okay, well, like she said, I'm a professional hip-hop dancer in Los Angeles, and I'm not originally from LA. I was born in a small town in Colorado called Fort Collins. No one knows where that is, but it's the northern part of Colorado.
Okay.
And I was living there until I was 13, before my 14th birthday, and my mom and I had been talking about it for a while, for maybe a year, about moving to LA, because we knew that if you really want to pursue this and you want to, make a career off of it, then LA is kind of the place you have to be, or New York.
Because you were singing, dancing, you were doing it all out there.
Yes.
And you were like, I need a bigger pond.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
I was just like, this isn't really getting me anywhere.
Right.
I want to, go to the big leagues. And so we packed up our whole house, everything that we could fit in our car.
Right.
And it was like 2 suitcases and my dogs.
Oh my God.
And we just drove out here.
Wow.
And we had to figure everything out pretty fast. We had to find a place to live, my school.
Yeah.
I was still going to school, and I still wanted to go to a public school.
Yep.
That's a common misconception about me, is that I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I just graduated this last year, but I went to a public school my whole schooling all those years. And then I had to figure out how to still dance and do jobs and audition while doing school. But I think it kind of helped me as far as time management, and then I also got to have more friends that don't know about the industry, so it was nice to talk to people that don't
know about the industry.
Yeah.
Like I have
job.
I have just regular friends. Not everybody's like, so did you go to an audition today?
Yes,
right.
Exactly. It's I don't always want to be talking about, that big audition or the big job, I want to talk about normal things.
Right.
And when I first moved here, I got my agent. I'm signed with Block Talent Agency, who is a really good dance agent. And funny story, the first audition I ever went to, I had just signed with Block, and it was a Target commercial audition.
Wow.
And I was very intimidated. I mean, it was my first audition, and these kids out here have been doing it for years and years, most of them. So I was like, oh gosh, they know everything they're doing.
The dance community here is very cliquey.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I try not to get into that at all. I have like 3 dance friends, and the rest of my friends are from school. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't really connect with them that well, but it's not their fault.
Yeah.
I just don't like the whole clique.
Nah,
It's not for me.
Not your scene.
But at the audition, we had to say our name, our age, and then how many followers we had.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, I did not know how that's what auditions were going to be like. I mean, and I had just moved there, so I had like 400 followers, and these girls in front of me were like, I have 350,000. I was like,
Oh my god.
350,000.
and I thought 450 was good. Like, where I'm from, like, that means you're popular. I was like,
girl,
yeah.
I be getting the likes.
So that kind of like took me down a notch as far as like my confidence level. But then I just kept training and kept auditioning and all these different things, and then eventually I started getting big jobs and big opportunities.
What was your first big thing?
I would say a JCPenney commercial.
Cool. You were dancing?
Yes.
Okay.
I was dancing with like 10 of the top dancers, kid dancers,
Awesome.
in LA, and so it was really cool. That was like a really exciting job for me because it was my first big one with all the other amazing kid dancers. So I was I'm like cool now.
Right.
I'm moving up.
And now I have 550 followers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then after that, I mean, I did the Ellen Show, the Katy Perry music video. Then
Nice.
Wow.
Megan.
Which Katy Perry?
So she did the Swish Swish challenge on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, pretty much you just had to post a video of you dancing or doing whatever you wanted really to the song.
Right.
And hashtag Swish Swish challenge. And I did it more for fun. I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, why not?
Right.
Nothing to lose here. So I did it, and the video is honestly like terrible in my eyes, just because I'm such like a harsh critic of myself.
Right.
And I just filmed it like on my phone, not a professional video. Some people were hiring people,
Right.
like, doing this whole like set, and I was just like, I'm gonna go to a dance studio and film it. And then she picked me out of her production company, and like everyone from that picked the top 12, and then she picked out of the top 12.
Nice.
Got you.
So that was really cool. And then obviously Ellen is like the best girl ever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
obsessed with Ellen.
She's like, I have never met anyone that does not like Ellen. Like,
No,
how
why
could you
would
not
And if
like
you
her?
don't, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like something's wrong.
Oh
Like
my
take your
gosh.
pulse. You must be dead.
I know.
Okay, now
Take
I have
us with you next time.
Okay.
Now I have a question because I sadly read that your dad passed away.
Yes.
Did he pass away prior to you moving?
He passed away. So I moved here in January of 2015. He passed away that November.
In 2000, so he moved with you.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
I'm confused.
He was really sick, so he was still in Colorado. He was actually in a nursing home because he was so sick. He like couldn't
so
take care of
sorry.
himself. It was okay. Like I've had time to kind of deal with it and come to terms with it. So he was still in Colorado, and then he actually went to Florida to visit his family, and that's kind of where that's where he passed away.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
but I was still living in California, which was really hard to be away
Away
from
from your
him.
dad. Yeah.
But I mean, he understood that this is my dream, and he was so supportive. So it was really good.
Well, because I read that in the bio that you
Yeah.
said that that's kind of like a driving force for you now.
Yeah,
it's like you
definitely.
do it in his memory. He would want you to do this, and that takes me to my next question with you is, where do you get this? I mean, I know we all have our days, right? We have our days where we don't feel beautiful or we don't feel great, but where do you get this boundless confidence from?
I think, I mean, to be honest, I come across very confident, and I am very confident, don't get me wrong. I am very confident in what I look like, how I dance, everything like that. But I'm not as confident as people think. Like, I like you said, I still have days where I get really down on myself, or, I'll see someone who's, like, beautiful, and I'm like, well, I don't quite look like you, but I think I'm pretty.
Yeah.
But I think my confidence comes partly from my mother, because she's the mom who's always like, "You're so beautiful, like you look so amazing, like I'm so proud of you," and all these different things. So it kind of, if I'm having like a low day or a bad day, she kind of boosts my confidence up a lot. And another thing that really helps is just the people on my Instagram that are like so loving and just so supportive.
Yep.
It really helps knowing that like people support you and they think you're amazing. It really helps you,
Yep.
So I think those probably are two of the biggest things that help me with my confidence.
Well, I love that you said mom, because I am a firm believer, mom, dad.
Oh, definitely.
What you're rooted in at home. We had Emmanuel Kelly on last week, and I know his adoptive mother gave him the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas, it's learned behavior.
Well, for you to be
really get that.
17 and be in such a space where, you're comfortable with your body first and foremost at 17.
Right.
I mean, how many people can actually say that? So I think it's really amazing, and it definitely speaks volumes to your upbringing. So good job. And so tell us, like, as far as, critics are, you're 17 and you've been doing this for a long time.
Yep.
This is for you and your mom, because that would like kill me to see my child on social media or, dealing with backlash that I'm sure that you've had to deal with.
Definitely,
Yes.
yeah. There is, if I have time, I'm going to tell 2 stories.
Okay.
But
Tell
they're worth
them.
it.
We got time.
So I went to a dance studio in Colorado. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to be rude and call them out. But
You're so respectful.
but I went to this studio, and I only went there because the studio director begged me to go there. Like, for a year, he was like,
You know who
"Please
you
come."
are. She talking about you.
He
okay,
knows.
you know, honey.
He definitely knows.
ahead.
But he begged me, and I was like, okay, if he wants me that bad, I think he'll put a lot of effort into my training and stuff like that.
Right.
And I went through the whole competition season. It was amazing. It was great. Like, I was featured in 2 of the competition numbers. I was getting amazing training. I was improving a lot, and
Right.
I was really comfortable there. It felt like I was going to be there probably till I was 18 and then went off to college, or because that wasn't when I was going to move to LA.
Right.
That was when I was just going to, graduate and go to college. And then at the end of the year, he said that he wanted to have a meeting with my mom and I. And I thought it was just going to be telling me what I need to work on, what I need to improve on, what he has in store for me next year and things
Okay.
like that. It wasn't. He sat down and he said, hey, I just want to talk to you because I don't think your body type fits my vision for my team. And I was so confused because
Yeah,
first
he
of all,
begged you to come in.
Exactly. I'm like, you
knew what I looked
like.
Hello.
Exactly. I'm like, I've never been like a skinny girl. It's not like I was skinny and then all of a sudden I just
Yeah.
got
Right.
bigger. It's
Like
not
Amanda,
like
you
that.
gained 60 pounds this season. What's going on?
Literally.
That's different.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But I've always been, curvier.
Still rude.
It is still
It's
rude,
still-
but at least that would be that would be
Yeah.
somewhat of leverage.
It wasn't a surprise or
Yes.
anything.
Right.
It was very obvious.
Right.
And so he did that, and that really took a toll on me because just because he's a studio director and he's had some successful moments in his career, so I just immediately assumed he was right. So I just started reconsidering dancing and is this the profession I want to do? Is this what I meant to do? And I kind of started questioning that. And then my mom, not that she wouldn't let me stop, it's not like she forced me to go to dance against my will, but she really motivated me to kind of just not worry about his opinion and to keep dancing, keep doing my thing. And if I love it, I shouldn't stop doing it.
Yeah.
So.
And I love that your answer wasn't, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to lose 70 pounds and be back next season.
No.
That's BS. And
Yeah.
we swear, but you're 17 and I'm trying to be good. But guess what? I bet he's kicking himself in the ass right now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. And I have a magazine cover that I can't say what magazine, but
Yes, you can.
It's a huge cover that is
It's about to come out?
Yes, it comes out in October.
You can't tell us because Mom's saying you can.
They said you can. Dance Spirit said? Okay, I'm going to be the cover of Dance Spirit magazine,
Oh my
which
gosh.
is the biggest
It
dance
is.
magazine.
Congratulations.
And, yeah, I'm very excited. And he...
What month? Do you know?
October.
it's for
October?
November, but it comes out early.
Okay.
So it comes out October 15th, but it's for November. And the crazy thing about it is, so November's the month that my dad passed away.
Oh.
And I asked them if they would dedicate it to him, and they
That's
said yes.
awesome.
Kismet.
So
There you go.
I'm really excited about that.
Well, I'm sad that you
So
missed.
he's definitely going to see that.
He's going to
first
see
of
it.
all.
Well, he's seeing it all.
Oh,
but
he's definitely seeing it.
But I'm sad that you missed our earlier segment because we discussed our big gossip thing that we talked about. What's going on in Hollywood or what's happening. And our big thing was the fact that Tess Holliday got the cover of Cosmo. I don't know if you saw that. And that's huge and groundbreaking and amazing. So how funny is that? We've got
Yeah.
2 cover girls here.
Well, and they've never had someone bigger than a size 6, I think, on
boy.
the cover. So it's really cool for me because I feel like I'm, not that I can take all the credit, but I feel like I'm helping.
Well,
just
yeah, you
kind
definitely
of
are. I mean, we
breaking boundaries.
talk
You're
about you
breaking a
being a
boundary.
triple threat,
Yeah.
but I think of all 3, a dancer is the most you don't see dancers past a certain
definitely.
body type.
Because they have been discouraged to do what you have continued to do.
I think because I don't know. I think it all rooted with ballet and how a
Yes,
ballet
definitely.
dancer's body is supposed to look, and from there, all dance genres kind of took that into consideration. I don't know. It's
Definitely.
ridiculous, but
Yeah,
so I feel like out of all 3, this is the biggest stereotype, and
Definitely.
and it's really cool to see.
yeah.
And do you know, it's funny, we met her, we were actually on a panel with her at an event. Do you know Gen Z? Or Gen
Yes.
Z?
Gen
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah, I took a class from her.
Beautiful.
Yeah, amazing.
And she's another one. And one of the questions that she asked on the panel is do you just hire plus size girls or do you hire, and she's like, honey, if you come into my audition and you can get it.
Because people get
I don't
mad
care
at
what you
her.
look like.
People get mad at Gen Z because mostly the dancers that you see with Gen Z are stereotypical dancer. So people ask, like, well, do you actually work with plus size dancers?
And she's like, if they can get it, they can get the job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I love that because, and I have to tell you again, and I stress this, especially if you're out there watching right now, get your kid in front of your computer screen or your iPad or your wherever you're watching us on. I love that you're here, and I love that you're 17, and I love that you've been doing this forever, and you have not been discouraged. This isn't just a plus size thing. This isn't a body positivity thing. This is a thing that no matter what you choose to do in this world, there will be somebody who discourages you.
Yeah.
And it could be a huge force or a small force, and you were basically like, I'm not buying it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into that. I'm not going to turn around this summer and wire my jaw shut and lose 60 pounds for you.
Yeah.
I'm actually just going to go to another dance studio and practice somewhere else and somewhere where they appreciate me.
Yeah,
So-
well,
Oh, go ahead.
okay. I was just going to say really quick, and the thing is that people in Colorado in the dance community would not look down on me, but kind of judge me because I would go from studio to studio to studio to studio, so I was considered a studio hopper.
Right.
And they think that's a bad thing, but I'm like, if I'm not happy with where I am or if they're like discouraging me or whatever, I'm going to go to a different studio.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if they're the people that are winning every competition. It wasn't about that. I just wanted to find a studio that had good training and that did not care
Shame
about
you.
what I like I wanted to feel comfortable dancing. Like,
Have you been on any of the shows?
any other shows?
No. Any like have you auditioned for any of those shows, like J-Lo show or like any of those shows?
Oh, well, I'm only 7. Oh, you mean World of Dance? Is that what you're
Whatever.
talking
Yeah,
about?
World of Dance or so you
Or,
think you
like,
can
So
dance
You
or
Can
whatever.
Dance, yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
what I
so
was
you think
thinking.
you can dance? I can't audition because I'm 17. You have to be 18.
Okay.
And I've
Get
kind
ready.
of been debating. I've been debating auditioning because I just feel like they're going to immediately like turn me down just because of like my size. And there's been a girl that auditioned before who was plus size, and she was amazing to me. She was like, her passion, just the way she danced was amazing. And they said, like, there's partnering on the show. I just don't know if it'd work out. And I'm like,
Amanda,
Oh my gosh.
go for it. Listen to me.
Definitely.
Listen to me.
Without
I was a
question.
40-year-old plus size woman that auditioned for America's Got Talent, and they called me the next day and flew me to New Orleans. Let me tell you something. Go do
First
it.
of all, can we just, this made me think of, not that this would happen, but it made me think of that photo shoot that Ashley Graham did where she's with a male model and he's very small and she's holding him up. I'm like, why do we have to have such, you know what I mean?
Yeah, who says they have to hold you up?
Why does anybody have to hold anybody up, first of all?
exactly. I don't think you have to do lifts to
No,
be like
you don't.
partnering and dancing.
And maybe he needs to, work out a little bit. Okay.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I have a strange feeling that if you walk in front of Jennifer Lopez and you get in front of her and she sees you do what I see you do on your Instagram, you're getting on that frickin' show.
Well,
Will you
either
win it?
way,
I don't
don't
know.
let that deter you. You
Do
know
not.
what I mean?
I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at my mom. Make sure she does it. You need to go for that. You need to go for that because there are, and you know why you need to do it? You need to do it for all the girls that won't do it. And they need you to lead the way. That's why we're doing what we're doing, just so you know. Nobody out there, there's the body positivity community and the plus size community and all that, and nobody has a talk show. And Carmen and I were like, we need a platform. We have to be out there. We have to be spreading this love. This isn't about being a big girl. This is everybody, from mom to you, to you, to you, to you, everybody going, you know what? I'm a masterpiece. I'm beautiful the way that I am. Why do I fall into these pressures of feeling like I need to be edited? I love that you came on here. You don't have a stitch of makeup on. God bless you, and you're gorgeous. Do you see what I'm saying? But there are people who wouldn't walk through that door without it fully together. There's been days that I've been like, can I just like throw my hair up in a bun and go? But I know that she'd be like,
First
really?
of all, you came in pigtails one day, so it
I really did come in pigtails one day. The hair was bad, and it was like, oh, we're not doing it. No, but you know what I'm saying? I think that more people, what we're really trying to stand up for is the fact that we fall into these social pressures of like, I'm supposed to look this way, and I'm supposed to and like today I put up a picture and it was like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was like no lashes, no makeup, no this, no this, no this, all love. And it was literally me in my pajama top, like, and took a picture of myself and I put it up there because, and I've got DMs from women going, do you know how inspiring it is to see somebody who doesn't alter every part of themselves and is okay putting themselves up vulnerably? If I helped one woman today, I'm good.
Right.
So go audition for that show. And I will
All
encourage
that
you
to
as
say.
all that to say. I will encourage you as long as I know you because I can't dance like you, girl, at all. I can't do
I
it.
wish I could.
I can't. And when I do, things jiggle and move and fly over my shoulders. It's
that's
crazy.
Okay.
It is okay. But I'm telling you, I can't do it, and I wish I could. And I wish I had somebody in my corner that was encouraging me that like, don't shut yourself down before you have that chance to. Go do it. Let them tell you no. And you know what? Once you leave the audition room, That's not your problem, what they think about you.
You didn't know
do
you
your
were coming
best.
to therapy, did you?
You're coming to therapy.
No one told you.
You're coming to therapy. Hey, you know
Dr.
what?
Deanna.
Hey, you know what?
In session.
I'm telling you what I tell myself every time I walk into an audition, because I walk into an audition as a plus size woman, and I used to walk in and go, I'm not going to get this part because I'm a big girl. And now I'm like, I'm here because I'm a big girl. Do you get it? Like, I'm walking in and I'm not going to be a dime a dozen. Get it?
Yeah.
There's women in there, men in there. They're a dime a dozen. They all look the same. You're not.
Yeah, I've said that before in an interview I did about a year ago, that I stand out, but to me it's a good thing because I mean it makes someone look at you.
Totally.
So like for dance in an audition, it's like they'll immediately look at me. It may not be for the best reason in their eyes, but at least they're looking at me and I got their attention.
Yes.
So if I like do my thing, you know, I'm good enough for them or whatever, then it's like boom, I got their attention faster than the blonde girl and the crop top that looks like the 20 billion other girls in there.
And there's nothing wrong with her. But but it'd be nice to see variety.
Yeah.
And and again, I go back to, you know, here we are, one of the biggest movies at the box office right now is, you know, Crazy Rich Asians. I see Asians every day. Why haven't there been Asians starring in a movie? Why? And why, if they are, they're the sidekick or the funny thing, and that's kind of what they do with big girls too.
Yes.
And I applaud that we have a huge movie and it's mostly starring Asian people and they're the stars of it. Great. Awesome. Let's see more of that. See more diversity. I love, you know, we had a guest last week and he has this little hashtag he uses and I'm taking it. It's different is normal. I love that. And it's true. If we all look the same and we were all in this little box, like.
Wait, just a little break from our serious talk. Where do you get all of your shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you get all your fashion from?
Because all of everyone, I posted your video today on my story and everyone's like, I want that shirt. And on my page,
Which
I
shirt
want
was
that
it? Which
shirt.
one?
Thick AF.
Thick AF.
Yep,
Love
yep,
it.
Yep. All those types of shirts that say like all these crazy things on
Hips,
them.
thighs, curves, breast, booty. Need that too.
Yep.
I get them from this company that DM'd me one day about a year ago maybe, and I wasn't expecting much. I thought it was gonna be like their logo on a shirt, and then I get the shirts and I'm like, oh. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to wear them out at first.
Ooh.
I was like, because I'm confident, but I feel like this is like.
Yeah.
Got like just everyone's gonna look at you, but I was like, why not? Like I'll try it, and I wore it to a dance class, and just once I posted it, it was like,
What was the name of the company?
everyone loved it. The identity of she.
I love it.
I follow them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, shout out. Shout out. That's awesome.
They're great. I love them.
She wears a shirt that says fat. And I remember the first time I saw it and I was
It's
like,
a dress.
it was a dress. Okay.
So cute.
Well, on her it looks like a shirt. No, I'm teasing. But the shirt says
It's a true story.
It is a real true story. It's like, girl, don't get. I'll bend over. I'll get that for you. But what does it say? It says
Fucking awesome thighs.
fucking awesome thighs.
But then I also have my fat girl flow crop top that I wear to the gym, and it's my favorite thing to do ever because
Yeah.
it's so confusing to people.
I always say it. She doesn't like that I say it, but she's braver than me in some of her clothing choices, and definitely
All
in,
of my clothing choices, I
yeah,
think.
kind of. I'm a little bit more conservative than she is, and she's pushing me to that area. But I'm also not comfortable with the word fat. I don't like it. She's fine with it, and we've had other guests that are fine with it.
How
And
do you feel about it?
How do you feel? Like, will you go? I'm a fat girl. I don't
Do
like to
any
say
of your
that.
shirts say fat?
No.
Okay.
It's not that I don't accept that. It's just like the way it's been made out to be. Like the word is so
demonized.
negative.
Yes.
If it wasn't negative, like the word's curvier, the word's thick, like anything like that, I'm totally fine with, like, because it's true.
Right.
And yes, I'm technically fat, but like it's just the way it comes off.
Because it is
It's
negative.
so negative. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a negative thing. Like I don't think my body's a negative thing. It's just when I hear that, it just makes me think it is negative.
Like, nobody's gone, look at that hot fat girl. Never.
Yes.
And even then you're
Actually,
like,
yes.
oh, okay, you've heard it apparently.
Chuck said yes.
I love how.
But it's meant. I get what you're saying. But what she is trying to teach me is to take it and put a positive
I
connotation
saw
on
something the other day, and it said something. I'm just using an example. Like, you have freckles. You are not freckles. You know what I mean? You have fat. You are not fat. It's just, to me, it's fat is fat. Like, we all have fat. Like, I know I'm fat, and I have a lot of fat. But who cares? You know what I mean? I don't know. I get it because I know that a lot of people have a lot of very
it. Yeah, but
negative-
nobody's yelling out from a car, "You freckled fuck."
Actually.
Ain't nobody doing that, girl, and that's what hurts. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going, "You thick ass fuck." You know, nobody's not. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, I
think you know what I'm saying.
The funny thing is that girls are trying so hard to be thick now, but I'm like, I don't want to be fat.
Right.
Right.
So I'm like, what's the difference between thick and fat?
I'll tell you.
Want to be bigger, but you don't.
Do you
want to
know what it is?
Like,
Flat tummy. If you got a flat tummy, you can have fat anything else. You can have fat thighs, fat ass, big boobs, whatever. But if you have a belly, and guess who has a belly in the room? Hey, how you doing? Then that is not the, kind of acceptable thing.
Okay, fine. So flat tummy defined is that's the difference between thick and fat.
I
I
think
get what you're coming from.
I think that if I polled 10 guys and said, here's a picture of a woman, and she was a big plus size girl, and I go, would you prefer this?
First of all, why are we counting on men to
women
give us any type
because
of idea
like she's
we
saying
want?
because she's saying that people want that Kardashian body. I
Yes.
want that big ass, the flat tummy, the big titties, and I
Well,
want to
that's
call
why
it a day.
we're all here. That's why the three of us are sitting at this table.
Yes.
Right? To start breaking all of these ridiculous standards of beauty. The Kardashians were not here 15 years ago. The Kardashian body wasn't even a thing. It was some other, celebrity body or some
And they
fictional
didn't
body.
come out of their mother's wombs that way. Let's be very clear. And again, no problem. If you're doing it for you, you want breast implants, you want booty shots, go out, have a great time. But don't come out. What I have a problem with is don't come out and be like, and this is perfection.
Yeah.
You paid for that perfection, bitch. Stop. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's my problem. That is
Yeah.
my issue. Carmen has a different sight on it.
I
don't.
think the Kardashian women and all the women who we praise have just as many body issues as we do, which is why they're constantly trying to do things to change their bodies, whatever that may be.
I think they do have body issues, but they have now set a standard of what.
They've set a standard because they have undergone the same, if not more, pressure by society because they're in the public eye to look a certain way, to be perfect, and they have the resources to do it.
I always say you're not ugly, you're just poor.
You're also not constantly scrutinized by the media.
No, true.
We have some thousand followers on Instagram who might scrutinize us. That's not the whole world watching our bodies.
No, I totally get that. But at the same time,
I understand the danger of it. I totally see
there's
the
a
danger
danger
of it.
There's a danger. There's a danger in, I remember, my daughter coming to me and showing me a picture of Kendall Jenner because they're the same age. And she went, "Oh, Mom, look at this picture." And I went, "Who's that?" I had no idea because I hadn't seen her in a year. And
You
she
mean
was like,
Kylie?
Kylie, sorry. And she was like, Kylie. And I was like, "Who's that?" And she's like, "Kylie Jenner." And I was like, "Whoa. I actually think I said, is that Kim?" And she went, "No, it's Kylie." And I was like, she doesn't look like that. Because, I remember old Kylie. You know those memes of old Kylie and new Kylie? Honey, I don't know what that is. They went to the factory. But anyway, it's just, but it caused, am I supposed to look at like that? We're the same age. And I went, absolutely not. Like, you are beautiful the way that you are. Which, by the way, brings us to something that we are going to get all of our past guests to do.
Oh my gosh.
We are doing something that we're trying to get a little movement going here. It's called the Masterpiece Challenge. And what that is it's you taking a picture of yourself. Maybe you're a little bit vulnerable. Maybe you don't wear crop tops. Maybe you throw a crop top on for this. Maybe you wear a bralette. Maybe you wear a sports bra and bottoms, whatever. You take a picture of yourself a little vulnerable, and you either write masterpiece or just claim, "I am a masterpiece," why you are a masterpiece just as you are. And then you tag 2 people and get them to do it. And what we do is we repost that, and we're trying to I know you did the Kiki challenge, girl. I need you to do the Masterpiece challenge. I saw her Kiki challenge, but I would love if you would do that, and you would tag 2 other people and encourage them to claim that they're masterpieces. Because I think what's really going on in the world is a bunch of people that feel really inadequate and don't feel great about themselves and don't embrace and love themselves, and they're out there looking for ways to be loved, and they're doing it for the likes, so they're doing it for whatever, and really it's got to be in here. Do you know what I mean? And you've got that. And I would just love to see you, keep pushing forward with that. And,
I'm sure she is.
No, she is. Can you tell us anything? Because I know exciting things are happening. Can you tell us what's going on? Can you share anything else besides the covers?
Oh, yeah. Besides the cover, which is the most exciting thing of all time.
Yes.
I am going to Nike headquarters.
Oh.
And I am performing, and I am also testing out their plus size stuff. They want me to test it out and see my feedback.
Good.
So athletic wear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I love because like I never go to Nike or Adidas or anything like
Yeah.
that because the leggings are see-through or they slip down and they never stay up.
I know, it's so frustrating.
Girl, you need to hit up our friend Big Bottom Behavior.
She has the best leggings. And
Shout
they're
out to
not
our friend
see-through.
Kavala, who has an amazing company called Big Bottom Behavior. It's actually Ashley Graham's favorite legging. She wears them, and they don't do the things that you're talking about. So if you need a pair in the meantime, hit up Big Bottom.
Please do let Nike know, because it's the most frustrating thing for big people working out. Like, I don't need you to see my crack, and then it rolls below like your belly rolls, and it's
so
like
ugly.
it's just not comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't care if my rolls are out. It's just not comfortable for me. It's like flopping all over the place.
I do care if my rolls are out. See, we're different. But no, you bend over, and if you've got a thong on, or maybe you don't have anything on because they're workout pants or whatever, and you can't see things. Like that would be fantastic.
Well, and it's so
what'd you call it?
Frustrating.
I was gonna say something else.
Oh, I thought you said you called it pizza, and I was like, what? Pizza?
No.
Okay, sorry, guys.
We're hungry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, and especially as a dancer, it's like you can't have see-through pants or pants that are falling down because you're constantly moving.
Exactly,
Yes.
and you never touch your clothes while you're dancing. Right?
Never.
Hair,
Horrible.
clothes, like just let them
Never.
do what they're
You
gonna
got to do your moves. Okay, so Nike's happening. We've got the cover of a dance incoming. You just got verified, which is really awesome.
I was so excited.
You have some amazing people following you that are loving you and giving you major support, which is epic. You're going to go audition for all these dance shows because I told you to.
Wait, so I want the other story though.
Oh, yeah, what's the other story?
The tea.
yes.
Let's sip some
This
tea
one is
here.
about
Let's sip some tea. Let's sip some
celebrity.
water, by the way. That's yours.
Okay, thank you. I do need water, actually. There we go. Okay. So, just moved to LA, and it was my first red carpet ever.
Okay.
So, I was really excited just to be at a red carpet. I took like 3 hours getting ready. I did like full on hair. I was trying to look amazing because I was like, ooh, red carpet. I have to look really cool. And I get to this event, and it's a really cool event or whatever, and I see Richard Simmons. Now,
Like,
Was he in full makeup, honey? I've worked with him.
He had purple hair.
Oh, yeah, full makeup. Yes.
And I saw him, and well, actually, my mom saw him. I didn't know who he was. It's not like I was watching his workout videos.
Yeah.
So
He's our generation. Yeah, I'm with you.
She was like, "Oh, that's Richard Simmons," and I was like, "Who?" Like, no offense, but I was like,
Yeah,
"Who's that?
who's that?
What?"
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, he does these exercise videos, and he's famous for like dieting and weight loss stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." But my friend and I, we asked to get a picture just because it was a celebrity. Not we were fans, but just any celebrity. We were like, "Can we get a picture with you?"
Right.
And so we asked, and he said, "Yeah, sure. Just let me finish talking to them," which was fine. He was talking to these people, and so we waited like 10 minutes, and we go up to him, and we take the picture. It was good, and then in front of maybe 50 people outside on the red carpet, he says, "Oh, if you want to be successful, you're gonna have to lose 15 to 20 pounds." In front of everyone. I was 13 years old. I was 13.
Oh, Richard.
And it was so bad. And then I don't know if he was like, he was crazy.
Yeah.
He did not make any sense
he's
because
definitely crazy.
my mom.
He's
stood up for
easily
me.
90
That's
now,
a known
right?
fact.
I mean, maybe there's dementia. All right, I don't know.
My mom went up to him and said, like, "Hey, don't talk to her that way. You don't know anything about her. You don't know like her life. Don't say that to her. And she's only 13 years old. Like, she can't like," and all this different stuff. And then he was like, "Oh no," she said. Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting this mixed up. He said, "And you should set an example for your daughter."
Wow.
Okay, you know what I love?
Wait, let her finish.
Oh, you have more story?
A little bit.
Okay,
a
go
little
ahead.
bit. So that was probably like the best part. And then she goes, "Okay, well, once you've had 7 kids, come back to me."
Right. Thank you.
This is where he like actually got crazy because it's not even humanly possible. He was like, "Well, I've had 8." I was like, what? Are you okay? Like, what?" And I was very confused.
Okay.
And then we just left after that. I was like in tears, like blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to dance anymore. Wanted to move back to Colorado.
Oh, see?
Then we got in contact with his manager, and my mom said, "We want a public apology because he publicly humiliated my daughter." And they said, "Okay, well, we'll give you an apology, but we're not going to give you a public apology." So they sent me a message. Well, Richard himself, apparently, sent me a message saying how sorry he was and that he had a really rough day that day and all these different excuses that were really stupid. And that was the end of it. But he never gave me a public apology, even though he should have.
But I'm going to tell you what I think is really funny about you. and I really kind of low-key love, that you will not put on blast a tiny little school in Colorado, but you will put on blast a major fitness celebrity who's been like a major fitness celebrity for the last 30 years or 50 years almost. I think you're hysterical. Like, I love you.
Oh, yeah, I have no problem calling out celebrities at all.
Oh, my God,
if you're mean
amazing.
to me or my mother, probably more my mother, I will
You know,
come for you.
it saddens me. My experience was not that when I met Richard and worked with him, but I will tell you that it saddens me because he built a platform on loving yourself.
Yes.
He also built a platform on feeding on everybody's insecurity about having to lose weight. He built his platform on our diet culture. So it's not surprising at all to
And
me.
diet culture is kind of low-key the devil, so whatever.
I hate, okay, I was talking about this the other day. Like, the worst thing I see on TV is like the weight loss commercials because they show
I love the Slim
before
Fast.
picture.
I love the Slim Fast. In 1 week, throw away those fat jeans. Okay, like, smoke some more crack, please.
But they'll show like the picture of someone who's like a little overweight. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like blah blah blah, whatever. They're not skinny, and then they'll show like the after, like the results, and they make it just seem like that's like what everybody's shooting for, and like
a
being
lot
like
of
that is
times,
bad.
I'm like, she actually looked better before.
Yeah.
Like, my boyfriend and I will watch that, and he's like, oh, she looked way better before. And I'm like, everybody has this idea of that's what everybody wants to look like, you know? And it's just not true. Like, not every big person wants to be small. Not every, not every small person wants to be that size. Actually, a lot of people want to gain weight or be curvy or whatever. It's like, oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah, smacking around, girl.
Just
smacking around. We're a mess.
my God.
We're still drunk from Labor Day. We
trying-
really apologize.
I was really trying to have a nice point.
Yeah, you
but-
were making you just smacked the mic around. It is not your boyfriend. Stop smacking the mic. No, I'm teasing. But no, we totally 100%.
apologize.
Like, just if I've learned anything in all of my years, it's like desperately try not to fall into those pitfalls of like believing that and
and trying to be something other than yourself.
Yeah,
I
just
think
be who
that's
you are
what
and be
we're
okay
here
with
for,
it.
and that's what you're doing, and it's really amazing to see.
Yep.
So we're almost out of time
Again.
So make sure tell everybody where they can
find you. Talk right to the camera and tell them where they can follow you.
Hello. You can follow me at Amanda LeCount. That is my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, and then my Twitter that I'm never on, so you probably don't want to follow it, is Amanda LeCount 6, and my Snapchat. Not many people know my Snapchat.
Okay.
Go girl.
It's a really bad name. I'm sorry. I created it when I was like 11. Amanda Panda 2684.
So cute.
Oh, okay. I love it. You guys, I highly encourage everybody to follow Amanda LeCount because it is a real, like, she brings joy to my timeline with each of her posts. And
I want to know if you're going to be teaching any classes on her. Can you
really
like
wanna
do a
get
class
into
for us?
teaching. Honestly, I would.
Okay.
yeah.
I really want to get into
Oh
teaching
gosh,
more.
I just had another idea. So we're gonna do an event with you, okay?
Yes.
And we're gonna have a bunch of people come together, and you're gonna teach us a class. We'll find the space. We'll pick a date,
Boom.
and we're gonna make it happen.
I would love to
How
do
about that? Will you really?
Yeah.
Like women, men, whoever
men,
that
yeah.
like they want to
And
dance,
yeah.
and you're gonna teach the class, and we're gonna clap.
Like all levels.
Done.
Oh yeah.
Mostly beginner.
Yeah, mostly beginner.
I got it.
Please, I like want to leave the class and still have my legs attached to like the bottom of my. But no, we do have to close up. So everybody, follow Amanda LeCount. Let's just recap. Next week we tentatively have a confirmation from Bridget Kelly from Love and Hip Hop, wonderful vocalist and singer. So Bridget, like, I'd really like to get your confirm, and maybe this will pressure her into confirming. But hopefully next week we have Bridget Kelly as our guest. And again, our awesome sponsor this week is me. If you need voice lessons, songwriting lessons, whatever, please get at me, lessons@iamdeanna.com. We are here every Tuesday. And sadly, you guys, get us while you can, because we are done at the end of season 1 is ending at the end of September.
We're not done, just season 1.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube. We're going to be doing an event in October, a different event in November. We're going to be switching things up, so you want to stay on our GPS in terms of what we're doing. But anyway, thank you so much for being our guest,
Thank you
Amanda.
so much.
Blessing us with your presence.
See you guys next week.